Coming up, our panel is here again to take a look at recent news events in Oklahoma, including the major budget shortage. Hello, I'm Sam Jones. Were you there when greatness came to Tulsa? Oh, we've had our share of stars and celebrities and fame. One was local, and so much a celebrity that in many ways his wisdom is with us still. There was one that had a passion for aviation, but she only made a brief stop here and later vanished. Aviation also called to an early Tulsa visitor who captured our adventurous spirit. Another was the chairman of the board, also known as Old Blue Eyes. The king came calling, and even though he was out of shape, he was still regarded as the king. But I'm not talking about stars or celebrity or fame. I'm talking about greatness. An individual pressing for needed change, not just here, but all across the land. Such a person paid a quiet visit here in July of 1960. Were you there when he walked through the doors of the First Baptist Church on Greenwood, up the aisle to the pulpit? Some leaders said when Martin Luther King spoke here, the crowd was still and quiet. Were you there?
I had read about him. I had seen him on TV, and I knew the motivation. I knew what he had gone through, and he was here to encourage us to get out and vote. And it was the greatest thing that I can remember in all my years.
His message was both a report card of change and a mirror for all people. But even those not in attendance on July 28, 1960, were there.
I was actually born about a year after his assassination. But although I was not here, I still feel his presence in the church that I pastor.
In the mirror he held was a reflection of us all, and the image was not a good one. But in his greatness, he brought light for the path that he knew we should all be walking. 3 years later, he took that light to a massive crowd in Washington, D.C., and millions took it to heart. Were you there?
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
On April 4th, 1968, his heart was stilled, but his light was not extinguished. Were you there? Of course you were. For you see, greatness doesn't know what constitutes space and time. There are those who will pound their chest and crow, theirs is the light of greatness, but it always proves to be dim and continues to fade. The works of true greatness remain, and they're with us still, and always carry the brightest light that illuminates the path we should travel. If you do, when someone asks, "Were you there?" you can say, "Yes. Yes, I was, and this is the path I chose." And that's my perspective. Up next, how will recent news events impact you and your family? Our panel will take a look when we come back.